So today, I have a video of a gorgeous woman can't figure out looks-wise what's wrong with her. Don't know if anything's fake when it comes to hair and whatever else, because she looks good. But title of her video is How to Read Manipulators. Part 1, 2, and I think there's a 3 now because I took forever to finally try to do the video, but let's get into it.
Okay, so these are some of the things that I've learned over the years when dealing with manipulators or narcissists. I have really great recall, and that's because I've studied the tactics of what narcissists and manipulators do. You can find all their tactics in the Bible, but you can also pick up the book Power, The Art of War, and also The Laws of Power, and that'll help you. But one of the things I used to do is record our conversations. All the conversations I would have with men, I would record them. And then I would go back and listen to them. And then I would see exactly the patterns within the words that they would use and how it would affect me.
She's giving me vibes I've had with a few exes where they just find something to blame because they can't manage to work with a man, so they leave and go to the next man. And the next man probably get pregnant, then find the next man, then get pregnant again, and wonder why guys are just using you for sex. Because you don't know how to stop, work with a man, and build. They just can't keep a man. They don't know how to work with a man. Compromise. She's giving me that vibe. Only because I don't see my regular cues like the weave, the makeup, the nails, the attitude. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting from her. But I'm going to let her go.
Because of my trauma, I usually separate my emotions from my psyche, myself. And I'll explain that in another video. But instead of having an emotional trigger when they say words to me, I'm just listening intently. And when I go back and listen to what they've said to me in their conversation, I listen for intonations in their voice. I listen for certain words that they use and how it affects me and how it triggers me. Then I watch the patterns, right? And I did this with multiple men, and I started to see a pattern and also figured out how I fell into those manipulations. And I'll give you an example. Like, for instance, if I said to a guy, hey, I always felt like I was, by myself in my marriages.
Marriages? With an S? She really can't work with a man. Marriages. You get married and you still leave? That is, you don't know how to work with a man. You giving them vibes. I wonder, she seems like a cute chick, but she seems like an older one that don't know how to settle down, build something. Marriages, babe, recording conversations of them, marriages, multiple, bunch of niggas. That's what it sounded like. Trauma, lots of trauma. You brought lots of trauma. Yep.
Single mom in my marriages, they would always say, not always, but majority of them would say, well, I'm not like that. I will be this, I will be that. And what that does is it speaks to a unmet need, right? And this is the part where we deceive ourselves a lot. When we have unmet needs and we speak about our unmet needs to someone else, naturally somebody is going to try to meet that need so that you will gravitate towards them. And so one of the things I learned is
men normally try to take care of a woman's needs. Especially if you giving them intimacy. They like having you around. That's a problem?
I don't have to necessarily not tell people what my unmet needs are, but I have to watch and see exactly how they're trying to possibly use that to their advantage. Not everyone is using that to advantage, and so you have to align what they say with their words over a period of time. And so time is the factor here.
You sound like you just gonna leave them and go to the next Nigga, anyway, let's jump to part 2. Because she talk a lot. She talk too much.
This is part 2 of how I tend to read people and manipulators or people who try to deceive. Now, in my last video, I explained that I usually am able to see people.
Women will try to deceive you. Like the things I mentioned before. With fake hair, fake nails, makeup, pretending to be nice, and catering for months first meeting you. And then they switch up. And then wonder why they can't keep a man.
And their intentions. And this may come across a little arrogant or know-it-all, but it really isn't that. See, God gives us all types of gifts. Each of his children gifts. I have the gift of discernment and wisdom. With discernment, what happens sometimes is that people can...
It's hard to figure out why some gorgeous women can't keep a man. I could tell she probably talks a man's ear off and won't shut up about certain issues. Women, it's a lot of women that can go quite far just by shutting up. I'm gonna give her 30 more seconds of this video to say something.
In front of me, they don't even have to say a word, but I can actually feel what they're going through. I can sense what they're dealing with, and I can sense their struggles, their strengths, and a lot of times I can speak to them and kind of tell them what's going on in their life. At a young age, this used to freak me out because it was almost like I could kind of see what was going to happen before it was going to happen. And so I didn't allow people to be themselves. I had already in my mind what that person was and what they were about and what they were going to do before they did it. And what I had to learn and grow into my gift of wisdom and discernment is to realize that I'm not God. So even when I got those
when women bring up these imaginary things and throw a religion in there, I just like, oh my goodness, okay, you sound mental. I'm going to number 3.
So here's part 3 to how to read a manipulator. Now in this video, I want to come a different way, because when you have the gift of discernment, or if you're practicing these techniques.
Gift of discernment? Stop using these imaginary terms or putting your imaginary points to real words. I'm gonna continue.
Of what I'm mentioning, to read manipulators, you have to be very, very careful. And the reason why I'm giving you guys this disclaimer is because I don't believe that people realize just how powerful you are. Many of you do not know that you are a creator. You're made in the image of God. And that's why the Bible says that your words have life and death in them.
Did they bring death to your marriages with an S? Because I'm wondering, how many men did she record? How many marriages she had? How many men? Because they say if a woman has been with over 5 or 6 men, your chances of a successful marriage drop tremendously. Your number of partners you've been with. Because women grab the drama and trauma from each relationship and bring it to the next. Men do not bring stuff from their past relationships the way women do. We look for what made us happy and keep going and find new things with the chick. Women want the exact same thing that made them happy from other men to transfer to the new guy. Like they can play piece together, piece the man together type thing. I'm gonna give her some more time to speak.
Into the knowledge of quantum physics, quantum entanglement, and quantum mechanics.
Did she just go into the Marvel verse, quantum physics and time travel?
You'll realize that the laws of this land and nature actually are superseded by other laws. The Bible talks about this too. The law of sin is superseded by the law of righteousness. The law of God is superseded by...
I hate when women talk about God and they are not a virgin. Didn't they used to like outcast these women who just gave it up willy-nilly? Wasn't it like y'all don't even deserve a man? How do you get with a man, get married, vows, and then leave? I don't know. I'm kind of tired of hearing her voice. Let's give her a few more seconds.
Laws of his grace. Now, let me bring it full circle.
Give me something good.
When you have these techniques of being able to read people, you must be careful not to allow your thoughts to supersede what you're seeing in the natural.
Did you use that with any of your ex-husbands? Or any of the men you recorded? No. I'm out of here. It's your boy Price J. Let me know what y'all think of the video with a like or a comment. I'm out. And if y'all like my reactions, I need more likes on the video. Please subscribe. Talk to you later. Peace.